Thank you very much, Salman Khan, for joining us.
You're welcome.
So, how was the experience really like?
Educational? It was okay, actually. It was meant to be. I had to see that side once again. Went through it, saw every bit of it, came out, and I'm cool now. I'm fine. Learned quite a bit. Saw what people were going through inside. Perhaps I needed to go inside.
Why
It's
do
a
you
good
say
thing.
that?
All these luxuries in our lives, and never seen that much of pain and discomfort. When we see the common man, most of the people who are not even responsible for what they've been put behind bars for, suffering behind them. It's a really sad experience. If they could go through it, so could I. Just gets a person back down to the ground.
I believe you were in a cell alone. So, what did you think about during your hours there and leading a kind of like getting up early? You had maybe a lot of time to reflect.
First, it kind of hurt. Not for the reason that I was in jail. It didn't matter. I mean, it was like for me, like I'm at home because very rarely step out of the house, so I'm not that much of an outdoor person. But the fact that on one hand there was so much of respect that I got, and on the other hand there was so much of slack and disrespect. So just that bit hurt. And for something perhaps that I didn't do, that was the bit that hurt me the most. And the second time over. But then I guess it was destined to be, and nobody was in nobody's power to see that I wouldn't see that side of it. I had to be there. I was there. I saw it, and learned quite a bit.
During your time in jail, or even before or now, you must also be thinking of the people, or people who were injured or dead, and feeling really bad about it all.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate. I've never had an accident. My car has never been even scratched before. I've picked up a lot of people from the streets who have when there's an accident, you usually see this scenario where people are just standing and no one's, the guy's lying on the floor, no one's picking him up. I've picked up a lot of these kind of people. And there came a time that my car went into some people, and I could not take them to the hospital. The person who died, very unfortunate, he died. But the guys who were hurt, the guys who broke their legs, whose arms were hurt, the hospital was about, not even 20 meters away from there. And those guys started throwing stones, the people who were there, throwing stones and stuff like that. I was there throughout all that stuff, trying to pick those people up, till the time they recognized me and they asked me to leave from there. But I just didn't want to leave, because I have done this before. I've picked up people, and the irony of life is that they came under my car, and I could not take them to the hospital. The worst part was that they said that I ran away from the scene. No, I didn't run away from the scene. There were stones that were being thrown at me, at the car. Kamal got hurt. I got hurt. One rock came and hit me in my knee, messed my knee up, one on my thigh, one on my back. When I bent down to pick one guy up, a stone came and broke my windscreen, which was actually aimed at my head. I survived that. So it was very sad that people said that he ran away. And they said that my brother went to pick up a stereo system, which didn't make any sense at all. It was, something went wrong. Maybe it's karmic. I don't know what it is. But I had to see this kind of humiliation. And I saw it, and I think I've come out of it fine. I think this is a process of growing up. There's some things that you learn from in life. And I hope these things don't happen to anybody else. There's some people who can handle it, some people can't. One thing that all the time, whenever I tried to shut my eyes to sleep, I saw that the man who died, his mother, what she must have been going through. That the man who died, he's gone. I don't even think he knows that he's dead. But the mother, when she must have seen his body, it just like comes to me. Just she's right. I haven't seen that lady, because if I went and saw her, they would say that he's trying to tamper with the evidence and buying the witnesses, stuff like that. So I stayed away from that. When I stayed away from that, they said that he didn't care about those people. So I was caught in a catch-22 situation. And that lady, who I've never seen, just kept on coming in front of my eyes. I couldn't get much sleep because as soon as I shut my eyes, I could see my car going into those people. And the mother at home, wherever she lived, in that small hut, without a son, that just killed me. What killed me even more was that it was said that he didn't care, which is not true at all. That was actually kind of disgusting. No one even bothered to ask me at that point in time that, do you care? They were just out to take a piece of Salman Khan. And they took quite a few pieces of me for their own benefits. To get publicity or to make a name or to sell a newspaper or a magazine on somebody else's misery, I think is very disgusting.
Salman, my heart actually goes out to you, and I mean it.
It should not.
But let me ask you, what is next? It was very unfortunate. But do you think you have also come out wiser? Yes, it has been an experience, but have you come out wiser?
See, you grow each day. These are things that you say in life that, you know, this could never happen to me. And there you are, and it's happened to you. You know this. It's not that you come out wiser. You know that this has happened, and if this happens, you would feel like this. But then when you actually experience that, suddenly it relates to your family, relates to your mother, seeing me or Baz or somebody like that gone. What would her state be? Or now this has happened to me, my child, me and my wife will go through when we see our son's dead body there. But these things, eventually it all becomes very selfish and very personal. And it comes to just you. And which is very scary. I mean, life is an accident, death is not. Everyone has got to go. Whoever has come is going to go. You come alone, you go alone. Everybody's aware of the fact. They come and say, "Theek hai na yaar, accident tha, galti ho gayi. Take it easy. Go ahead in life." Very easy to say that. But the guy who's been involved in that, no matter he may smile, he may laugh at a few jokes here and there, but he goes through that, and he goes through that for the rest of his life, thinking as to, someday I hope this doesn't happen to me, because what goes around comes around.
Maybe I'm wrong in surmising or deducting this, but do you somehow after all this feel that maybe it's a new beginning for you, maybe a new life, or do you find yourself changed, or want to break afresh, start afresh, break away from the past?
No. There's nothing about me that has changed. If I can understand that if a guy who's done only bad deeds and has gone through this spiritual healing, or has gone through one bad accident or one thing that he's gone through and he felt really guilty about, which he's done deliberately, and then he changes over, there was nothing wrong with me. I mean, I don't think I need any psychiatric help or anything at all. The way people said that he should be put into a mental asylum, he should be hung, he should be put into prison for the rest of his life. I admire those people. That those people are set free and they have the power of the pen which they're making it so weak. Because those people, I think, should go and get themselves checked. Even in court, you just don't hear an ex parte opinion. You hear both the sides. They didn't hear my side at all. Maybe my fault. Maybe I didn't want to talk about that at all. Because I couldn't talk about it. I didn't want to speak about it. So my silence at that point in time was misunderstood for arrogance, for being rude, for being careless, for being rash,
Or
for
maybe
being,
you have something to hide.
yeah, maybe something to hide, yeah,
Tell me
or
all
being
this,
selfish.
sorry, all this talk, this image which you have, or which people have sort of stuck onto you, this man who is unpredictable, is short on fuse, gets angry fast, doesn't really hold his drink. How does it
Who,
affect you?
who has given me this image? Did I give myself this image? No, I didn't give myself this image. Those people who didn't have any access to me gave me this image. Those people who wanted to come up to me and make me talk about my own personal life, which they have no right whatsoever to interfere in mine. They got upset. They called me a brat. They called me arrogant. They gave me this image. A handful of people. But what happened? If I was such a bad guy, if I was so weird and so short-tempered, I should have been getting into fights every single day. I shouldn't have had any friends around me, because you're at your worst best with your friends, with your servants, with the people, your staff. They've all been with me since years, before I became a movie star or anything. They've all been there. So how does that make me such a bad person? Because one particular gentleman does not have access to me? It is his problem.
You never thought that since you're such a big star, you're an idol, you have such a massive fan following, millions adore you, that maybe you should be a better public model?
Yeah, that has crossed me. That has crossed my mind one too many times. And then I wonder as to what is it that I'm doing so wrong? Not talking about my personal life? Has it ever crossed you that those people who write to sell their magazines, that they should become better human beings? I'm a human being, right? We all make mistakes. I don't say I'm like the most perfect guy there is. Shouldn't they avoid the bad? Shouldn't they write good? They don't know what good I've done. Why don't they do that? Because it doesn't make an interesting copy. Then you have this first lesson in journalism is that when someone is coming up, you build them up, you build them up, you build them up, and then you drag him down. And when somebody is up, for example me, who didn't ever want to speak to any person, would you want to talk to somebody who is like keeping on writing bad about you or thinking ill of you? No. I did the same. What wrong did I do? I'm not the one who is like spoiling the generation. No. All the guys are in gyms because of me. The press somewhere are the people influencing. They're the one who not responsible. They're the one who are like spoiling the generation, not me, sir. Not me. I have my bad qualities. Alcohol, you talk about alcohol? When have you seen me drunk and misbehave at a party? What is holding alcohol?
I also think you're slightly overestimating the power of the media, or in some ways.
No. I don't. It is not that at all. I don't think the media can make or break anybody. It's that person himself or God. And God is on my side, and I'm not going to break.
When you talk of your weakness, Even your close friends and family says that one weakness is that maybe you're just too emotional.
Does it look like that?
When you are in love, you forget everything.
Is that a bad quality or is that a good quality?
If it doesn't help you, it becomes bad quality. If it helps you, it becomes a good quality.
Who's to decide?
You and God.
Every day a person changes. Maybe tomorrow I may not be thinking like this at all. And if I change tomorrow, I don't think it's going to be for the better. It's going to be for the worse. Because the only one way I can change is to be cold and to be indifferent and not to care. To be manipulative, to be calculative, that change that you might quite like. That I start entertaining all depressed people, be nice to people who I hate. Hate is too great an emotion, it's too strong a word, and it's too great an emotion to waste on somebody insignificant. There's no one on planet Earth do I ever hate. That's the only way I can change. That I can be all sweet and very nice and smile beautifully. And you might think I'm like the most amazing guy. But then what is going to happen later on is that I'm going to get exposed. And then you're going to bring me down once again. You know what the problem is? Most of the people needed you people. I'm talking, most of the people needed people. I didn't need them. That offended them. I depended on my work and my work only. I'm good at that stuff. My fans love me. I saw the reaction that I got from my fans. People staying awake, people praying. And I thank God for that all the time. Because today, if I didn't have that, I would have still been inside. I'd have been in for a very, very long time. They would have sent me to a mental asylum or something like that. Because of my fans today, I am out. This whole accident thing was blown so much out of proportion. After me, there were 5 other accidents. What happened? And I went with the law. The police did not do me any favors.
You didn't run away.
No, I didn't run away. They wanted me to take anticipatory bail until that time disappeared. I didn't. Why should I? I went straight to the cop station when they thought that I disappeared. I didn't do anything. I was not guilty of anything. I went in with my head high. And I walked out with my head high. And they say I was driving 90 miles an hour on a street where you cannot do 40. The APBS system of my Land Cruiser, that's the braking system, it jammed. Land Cruisers call back about, what, 4 lakh cars? It's a defect in the car, in the braking system.
What about your, when do you resume work and how do you plan to take where do you plan to take your career from here?
I don't plan nothing. They say that, when you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. I don't intend to make him laugh. I just want to flow. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 seconds. Neither do you. So what to plan and do? Let's see what happens. Right now I'm taking a break. I feel that I'm taking a break right now. I'm sitting at home. Maybe I start working tomorrow. Maybe I don't work for a month. Maybe I never work. Maybe I take on so much of work that I won't have time for nobody. I don't know. And I don't know is the truth.
Thank you very much, Salman Khan, for speaking to us, and all the very best to you for your future.